Hey.
I was thinking along the same lines. Zeus has already made his way inside of Connector, and as such will do battle toward the CT stairs. Good quick shot. DD goes down. He does respond with one, but Edward and Electronic will follow in the good work that their captain had started off with. Unfortunately, it's been pulled back once again. Bintet, he's been solid. Bintet's stats are very good over the course of his appearances in Europe, which is absolutely worthy of note, as he certainly wasn't one of the early players from the Asian scene to step into a top lineup. He came in a little bit later on. Electronic and Simple. Dynamite duo. They'll head back over toward B with Bomb. And they'll get aggressive. Electronic to take the fight, to try and hold off at the checker position because they want to allow Simple, and he needs to allow Simple the space to get the bomb down. Just barely does so in time, but he's in a 1 versus 2. Never rules Simple out of it. P250, first shot, good. Second as well, and AE goes down. Simple starts off with as though he was increasingly likely to push through the smoke. Actually, it's not a gap in it, excuse me. So as he was blinded, I couldn't actually see if that existed. The fact that it's dissipating, though, he's got to go quickly. And he will. He's got Simple that should be traded back. Electronic's able to swing out and catch him off. May have been better to get the first kill before he was blinded and fall away with the smoke still in existence, but he overstayed it. Got one at least, thankfully. Got taken down immediately after. Flamey re-enters the site from Palace as he'd gone aggressive, but traded back. DD goes all the way back around and takes that position and gets underneath the shadow as well. Peculiar that Tyloo had no one actually watching toward Palace, considering they didn't have much information inside of the A site directly, but they were certainly putting their attention on mid and Connector. Edward, meanwhile, will work with Electronic. 3 versus 3. And a double op setup still in the hands of Tyloo, thankfully for their sake, in the fact that they're going to be 2 ops and an M4. The bomb has not yet been planted, so those ops are certainly still viable. But less likely on the retake that they'll be effective. At least, not to say they can't be, but at least in theory. DD's going to allow, bomb to be planted and try and get his back in position.
Well, DD can be the absolute saboteur here, as he does pluck Zeus from the equation. It's going to be a 3 versus 2 now. Edward, Electronic in a crossfire, but taking a lot of damage. Is that a wallbang from DD? Great work by him to make it so low. With the double orb retake here, far from ideal. Accurate can see the barrel, but it won't all matters. Now up to Electronic to hold them all off. He has got vision, but surely against these orbs, he's got no chance of winning this one. It would be an absolutely phenomenal play from him. They have not got a single kid, though. If he gets his first kill, it could all fall apart, but it does not. Bentet does stay poised, and they will get the defuse. It's going to be a little bit close, though. I'll have a look exactly. There it is. It's absolutely fine in the end. He'll save the double orbs and the AK-47. Try and find space as AE will be holding with the sniper in response. And you can see it's a bit of a bait from Navi, waiting for the grenades to come in, the incendiaries. And they'll be going in after this. The flash will come over, but AE is probably going to get at least 1 kill here. Not if Electronic has anything to do with it. Takes him down comfortably, and DD has to be the hero once again. He'll hold up in position, but not good for any frags whatsoever. 5 versus 3, I think that'll be a safe call, considering it's a reset round. Try and keep the AWP up, but somebody still wants part of this mayhem. He'll be holding towards CT spawn with 30 seconds remaining. No plant coming through. Zeus is a good kill to find, but Simple this wall bangs him to oblivion. And it will be another kill for Accurate at least. This is sloppy from Navi. Why are they planting the open? I have no idea. They have full control of the connector. They go for the default plant when there's no cover whatsoever. This could still fall apart with 15 seconds remaining. Bentet in the 2 versus 1 clutch. No bomb down. And you can see this is why they should be planting the entire time. They had control of that area. He could even stop the plant going down, but that's not going to happen. And it should be the round for Navi at this point, considering there's 2 players at him. But he might still do this. An absolute nightmare for Navi. And Bentet punishes them for it, Matt. That was their round. It was done. I was even saying, right, let's save, let's work out who's going to stay alive here. But they kept feeding them. Why they're rushing the plant? He spawned. That's why the orb has to react and push forward to the triple box there. Edward, given the chance to get the first kill, not going to connect it, but does a ton of damage towards Bentet. And AE, no kills coming in just yet. And stifled Navi, struggling to get out of the A ramp. But Zeus, great work with the Mac-10, very mobile weapon. Gets through, picks up the M4. Somebody, though, can still shut this all down. At such low HP, he's going to find the first, but not quite the second.
Interestingly enough, I'll come back to that Mac-10 because highlight of how it works in that mobility, but look at this because somebody once again holds for 2 at the top of connector, gets the bomb down, Flamey responds, but in swinging wide, he gives himself up to Accurate, who's dead accurate with the AWP, finding Simple as well, so he gets shut down on the op. Once again, it's Edward in 1 versus 3 with 9 HP, and this time with 14 seconds, the money is going to be gone for Navi. I'll go back to that Mac-10. You were saying it's very mobile. Not many other weapons would have gotten that kill because Zeus was fully on the ladder at that point in time. So his accuracy was all over the place and yet still managed to hit it.
Yeah, it's very good at running, gunning, and even works on the...
Have to work on the map control aspect of their takes on the T side. Electronic will take down AE, forces DD back, smoke out. Good execution thus far from Navi, faster than what we don't normally see. And down on weapons, once again, they're able to bring out just a few rifles, and this time it might be enough. As a team, as a unit, they'll push the A site. It's also something to note is that Navi's been playing for picks and almost looking for duels. That's not worked. The speed has. Much better that time than when you said as well, when they went for the plant without covering off positions. That time, everyone knew their role.
Well, I guess it was a bit of a wake-up call. Maybe they were just kind of coasting a little bit, thinking, okay, this is Tyloo, we can just run around, we're killing everyone. You've got to remember, Bentet is considered a world-class aimer, at least. I wouldn't say player, but in terms of his raw aim, he's definitely up there.
Well, this is where the stats are skewed. I haven't looked on HLTV in a while, but for a while it was Zontaras and Bentet were 1 and 2.
Sure.
And it does admittedly have to do a little bit with who they're playing. Obviously, this year, for Zontaras being in Pro League, there's more accurate Tier 1 results in there now. So it's a bit better of a sample size, but Bentet not so much. Nonetheless, it still speaks to the individual
set pieces, but overall, they're still winning. And this kill looks very likely. AE making so much noise, and he misses the first shot. Surely be punished. There it is. Flamey just about gets him out. That could have been a couple of milliseconds out, but he times it to perfection, of course. Molotov towards the jungle. I'm not sure why he deployed the smoke just yet. I guess it allows him to get towards the steps right now as he flashes out. And has a bit of a gap as well, so it all makes sense in the end. And now 5 versus 4. It's up to Edwards to watch for any sort of reaction there. Boost towards short, perhaps. Just trying to bleed out the CTs. They come for another A execution here. This one will be a split. But remember, DD's in the apartments once again. Hasn't got the AWP this time, but this is where he caused so much chaos before. But he's actually committed to the push, so he won't be too much of a thorn in their side. He'd actually be almost removed.
That's pretty sick. This accurate guy looks pretty good, I'm not going to lie. Captain Mo, obviously the regular opper for this squad, but he swung in knowing that his teammate, you mentioned it, DD, wanted to stay aggressive inside of Palace, hit a perfect shot above the cinders into the corner. Not an easy shot to hit, and they've given themselves a real chance on the retake. Zeus is stuck in middle, and jumping up, he's spotted early by somebody. He's gone. It's all to Electronic, and they've lined him up quickly. That brings the win. No kit.
Why he jumps there? That was a bit weird. Like, what? If you see him, you're going to get spotted anyway and get called out. He was hold. Either way,
I think the only thing that Zeus might
go towards that CPL window, and it's going to be somebody to hold off shorts and the apartments for now.
Good use of picture-in-picture. This is when you want to use it. Give context without taking away from the main action. And it works. DD gets in behind, holds the line, gets actually between them because Flamey was inside Palace. Hopefully they've anticipated this and that they haven't looked at it because, yeah, this is a problem. Oh, they do realize their mistake late, but too late. Flamey gets both. Even though he gets to CT, they never check Palace. You have to consider that they might be anchoring it. It's too common. I thought the round was going to go so well in the fact that they were able to catch the rotations. Still a man advantage for Tyloo, despite all of that. But Flamey at 12 HP has 2 kills. It's up to Simple to finally get this op online.
You're right there. Simple and Flamey. Flamey very low. CTs have lost track of them. 35 seconds though. What can Navi really do with this? They've got 1 smoke and a Molotov. Presumably smoke CT spawn. Molotov towards jungle. Try and get that plant down. But I would say an opening pick required really. There's the smoke. Actually be used towards the bomb site. They kind of learned their lesson from DD's antics before. And accurate. This seems like almost too perfect the CZ. You can see he's going to deny the bomb. Not quite. Actually make things a little bit awkward for him now. I was saying that was looking so good, but it's recovered. Simple helping them out a little bit there. Team kills Flamey. He was very low. Yeah. And with the smoke down on the chaos, it's to be expected at times. But it will be another round for Tyloo where they keep 2 players alive.
Just makes it self-boosted. Makes the jump. Gets across. Smoke has a massively tantalizing gap and perfectly used to his advantage. He'll fall back as well and go through the ladder, so he's going to put himself back in window. A lot of teams will actually rotate back down catwalk, get ready for a B push as a response of that. Okay, so now he's done that. Okay, we're back to normal. Because as soon as you kill that one in mid, if there's any presence toward the B apartment, oftentimes they'll try and take advantage of a player being overextended ever so slightly. So at first he gets toward ladder. His teammate in catwalk typically covers mid. That happened, and then he was comfortable going back toward B. They'll do a full rotation. And the op's going to stay toward the B side, at least the first one. Second one, accurate, still going to be holding toward the CT stairs. What a shot from Flamey.
It's not bad, is it?
Just goes right by the op, smokes him in the process with an AK. DD with one back on Electronic. Flamey's going to take position all the way down towards CT spawn. Somebody thankfully already in toward jungle, and nobody's going to rotate that direction. Nonetheless, it's still a good position for the post plant, but it won't give them a kill by catching one off early.
Well, here we go. Another advantage, though, for Tyloo. They're rotating in. This time throwing away the AWP. Recovered, though. Picked back up by AE. But Zeus with Flamey. See whether he can cause a bit of a dent here. Can't find the first shot. That should be him being punished now. But he does set up Flamey quite nicely for the transition kills. With the AWP, surely can't win this one. The flashbang's starting to come in. Time ticking away. He'll jump towards the bomb and go for the full defuse. But with the AWP, it could discourage Flamey. Going for the pick. My God, has he pulled it off?
He's got it. That's an unbelievably fast reaction. And he absolutely has it.
5 defuses and one explosion.
Timeout.
So
yeah. Well, yeah, that doesn't even account these all kill rounds. Doesn't account for the times they've planted on those as well. Pistol was a plant, but in the rounds they've lost 5 defuses, which is still money going their way, plus the bonus, which is why we're seeing so many guns brought out for them. And the gun's going to good effect yet again. Accurate steps up, finally gets a kill in return in finding Zeus, and Bintet's going to get aggressive. He's got to. They've got to get someone back in the site. If Navi's going to sit back that far, good shot. Accurate, simple down. Edward responds. Finally, the op is dropped, and it's still the man advantage for Navi. They're still committing onto the A site nonetheless, and Flamey might have finally done enough to give them the round. I won't say comfortably, but give them the round. Now he will do that completely.
Before in this very studio and had that. You know, that was probably one of my most iconic meltdowns ever.
Zeus!
Yeah.
He finally does something!
I felt bad after that one. It's fine. Whatever. He hasn't looked me in the eye since.
Oh, really?
Not really, no.
Oh, wow. Poor guy.
But there we go. That's the game I play. It's a dangerous game. But it's a fun one.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Well, it's up to window, smoke already down. It does extend, I think, far enough just to have a few flames beneath the grill. It may not have it actually at all, so... Okay, it did go all the way through. It spilled over. Bintet's going to rotate back from CT. Additional Molotov deployed out at checker. That'll hold off the rotation, and
nice
certainly salivation for Edward because he's going to get in behind them while they're held off.
9-6 looking likely, though. And just Bintet's holding up behind the tilt. What's he selling? I'm not sure, but Navi certainly not buying it. So, or are they? Electronic spending there a little bit. But it's going to be simple to finish things off. 3 players survive. 9-6. Better than I expected.
Simple. Trying to do what he can. Gets caught through the edge of the wall into the head. 5 HP. Lucky the wall was there because otherwise he'd be gone completely. He still is. Surely. Zeus Electronic, they're all down.
Look at the
as well
HP.
as Edward. And you're right. Simple with that 5. It has to now work with Flamey, who's got the first kill. Long range. Knows that they're up close. Needs to conserve his ammunition as a result. Bintet gets the shot. Simple's well and truly removed over toward the B site with 5 HP. He clutched the last in a 1 versus 2, mind you, not a 1 versus 4. Unlikely he'll do the same. So Tyloo has a chance to bring this to a 9-9 scoreline. The start of this second half. Every kill Simple gets at this point in time is beneficial to building up a bit of economy in his favor. More so given that they've got armor. On the Tyloo side, oh, they want a knife. Not the man you'd typically try and knife.
Well, he'll only get 1, so if he uses utility, he might just walk in.
Flamey has a Zeus. From the last round, gets one of the AK. Obviously, that's what he would be wielding. He's taken down by AE. Electronic reverse fire. Hoping to catch, oh no, he's going to get taken out of that position. Nobody catch them off. I was going to say swinging out late. He is red. Bintet gets the kill, but it's Navi to respond. Simple and Edward, 1 apiece. Bintet still makes an argument against them and just barely does the bomb go down in the hands of Accurate before he leaves his teammate Bintet to try and hold that bomb in a 1 versus 2. And Zeus has done well to shoulder bait, get in position. And Bintet can't line up the shots on the AK-47. Defuse to come in, despite they have no kit. They've got lots of opportunity, and they're going to hit double digits first.
Certainly are. Full defuse, quite comfortable in the end. It was quite a slow and awkward procedure there for Tyloo. They managed to find a couple of kills. They can reset Navi if they do win this. It'll be huge if they pull this one off.
Exactly that. And It's double-edged sword, though, for the obvious reason that it's going to put them further back as well. But I suppose when you're the underdog, go for the gamble. Gamble paying off so far. Somebody had been Tets, but it's neutralized. Simple electronic. Each finding kills in return. Edward, he's got position on catwalk, doubled up with his teammate. You're immediately beside him in electronic. Simple as well, and the AWP goes back around. The bomb's still up, though, and Tyloo's going to rotate it. They've got position to get toward A. In fact, all they need is Bintet at 12 HP to catch one player off at the very least and give Accurate a chance in a 1 versus 2. He does not need to cross to go for the deep plant, and he won't. He'll go safe and at default. It's the right call in this situation for exactly the reason we see now. Edward and Simple would have easily been able to spot him through connector. He was aware of it. Bintet still holding. They're not even going to go that direction. They suspect that it's highly likely a player had pushed through and gotten aggressive, and Bintet's HP disadvantage is certainly more prominent now because he does not have an angle in which they're going to walk toward him. He's got to be perfect on his peak. Finds the first on Edward nonetheless. He's going to rotate off it as well. He's trying to be unpredictable, and it might work because that allows Accurate back in, and Bintet will sit and wait and not give anything away to Simple. And the gamble's going to pay off. It's going to go 10-10. And the economy has swung.
That's why it's worth giving it a go sometimes. They have reset Navi completely. Simple will save the AWP. Flamey to hold up, and it's more of a contact play. No grenades being deployed here. Flamey can't find that first shot. Bintet certainly can. Great stuff by him in the AK. He's been absolutely brilliant for this squad. As they do have the advantage now. Simple misses a shot. Oh my god, what was that one though? Keeps him in the round. Takes down DD.
That's what we need from Simple. Flashy and unexpected. He walks back in, does hit a brilliant shot toward the top of the stairwell. Watch somebody, though. Oh, my goodness. If Edward had looked away, if he had been further to the right, he might not have spotted him, and that could have been huge for Tyloo. Instead, it gives the advantage back to Navi on the retake. Simple. He's still looming with that AWP, trying to get the shot toward Palace. Certainly knows that Accurate is there. Further damage done onto AE, but he's not deterred. He'll go back out, and look at the HP now for Navi. It's turning around, it's all Accurate, and he's got to go one-on-one. Simple drops in, easily managed, and it's 3 kills from him, and essentially a 1 versus 3 to make...
The strap book comes in from Tyloo. Could be the perfect call, we'll see. Edward not taking the bait just yet as he holds towards short. You can see that was a complete fake. 2 smokes in, and DD, unfortunately for him, taken down. It's going to be Edward aware of it, and now buying so much time for the rotations. Navi have not taken the bait whatsoever. This looks like a Navi round all day long. I don't think a single kill will be picked up by Tyloo. Might want to save at this point. It's the shooting gallery for Mr. Simple. And there it is, clean sweep. You can see it was a nice idea, but so that could be problematic for Tyloo. We'll see.
He did mention it as well, that even though this is a Navi map, typically speaking, it's Tyloo's pick.
Sure.
And it is a map that they've been traditionally good on, so Overpass could be more telling, even with stand-in on Mirage, if it's a map they're familiar with.
I think that will be a very clean-cut procedure, considering the stand-in aspect. We'll see. It's opening pick for Simple, but he's certainly vulnerable right now. I think he goes down here, but what am I saying? It's Simple, of course. He reacts in a perfect manner, and he might be able to get 1 kill here, but he'll need a lot more than that because he's left in a 4 versus 1. And there's the dead corpse.
I credit the Tyloo for making it at least a contest. Very close in the second half, especially 9-6, remember, for Navi at half. It went 9-9, and then a deadlock for quite a few rounds. That's been broken, and so too the map, as it seems the economy, part of the equation. Maybe not. Somebody with a kill, Map1, and then a CZ75, of course, gets on the board to take down Edward. 2 for the price of 1. Bomb does get planted as well for Tyloo. And they'll sacrifice AE in doing so as a nade comes in on top of him to leave us 3 aside. 2 guns now picked up, both of which are M4s to go in the hands of the T's. Speaking of hands, the hand of God, seemingly. But Flamey takes down Accurate. It's still traded. And DD's got great position along the wall. Takes Electronic very low, 7 HP. But him staying alive means he can play with his teammate, or can he? Simple oversteps. A CZ on the kill, 1 HP left. As Electronic's going to back away and Tyloo fight for 1 more.
There we go. Map1, UMP, 3 CZs towards B they go. There's an absolute scrap towards the B bomb side, but Tyloo do it, and they're looking for overtime now, and that's going to be the first step. Bintet looking to recover a rifle. He can't for Tyloo to go towards overtime. This will be another really difficult round considering the lack of utility, but they can do this one. Money will be pretty much broken as somebody gets the first shot. Again, Zeus caught out of position towards the underpass, 5 versus 4. Can they recover from this? Some double orb set up a Flamey close range of the ramp.
I feel like the picture of Electronic that they're using, by the way, in the lower third is like the perfect like real estate style picture where he's kind of leaning to one side. He's like, yeah, I'm a professional, very friendly. He looks like he should be on a
real estate board?
Yeah, real estate board
Yep.
somewhere. Interesting miss. Looked like it was a done deal on DD.
This is
Barely gets away with the shoulder peek, and this is falling apart. They traded it. Electronic got the kill in return, but they couldn't go any further even though they had that A cave covered off. They get actually caught in transition, and the early and aggressive play goes down and against them. It's one left, and it's simple, and he'll want to keep his AWP. This is going to go 15-14. We might get that explosive finish, Hank.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why they're going for the big solo plays when you're on the precipice of just closing the game out. You know they've got a lack of utility. Let's just hold up and make them play themselves. But Zeus just runs in the underpass, gives his kill up for free. And at that point, Tyloo just could dissect the map one by one, hit the shots required. AE, the stand-in, actually doing a fantastic job here, looking very good. And they might even guarantee overtime with that sort of play. Simple saves the AWP, so I wouldn't say guaranteed, but the money could be very low on the Navi side. If they can find him, that'd be fantastic. That's the round locked in at this point. Bomb's going to be going off. They're going to look for Simple, but I don't think they're going to find him. As he holds up toward the B side, they'll certainly go looking fast towards short. Flamey will be challenged first. He's going down. Yeah, no chance he gets a kill there. Flashbang's a bit off. Didn't really do much at all. Simple, though, missing shots as well. That's it. We're going overtime. Who would have thought on Mirage that Tyloo was standing can take Navi right down to this point?
Started as well in a round where they did not have weapons. This was on map point 15-12. No economy. Shot out. Accurate takes down Edward. Bintet finds Flamey. So they're going to continue on in the good form, Tyloo, as they get to this overtime. They've earned it. Simple's got other ideas. Oh, my goodness. I thought he'd get both. They lined up perfectly. It would have, I think, been a collateral had he hit the shot.
They seem to be dropping off Navi, and Tyloo seems to be getting better and better. But either way, Flamey looking to assert his dominance towards middle. Might only be good for one frag here. You can see Bintet chasing for it, but well replied by Simple. I'm not sure why Navi keep going on this one, but it's going to work out quite well for them indeed. That's good. The bomb drops. AE with some consolation frags here, but not even that. Clean
Big
sweep for Navi.
Reaction.
Yeah, what a swing that was. But it will be 1-1.
I'm going to call it. In overtime, it should not be just gifted to you as an option. That's my point.
Well, here we go. We've covered that nicely. It's going to be DD, though. The opening frag can't get the second. Edward, I don't think he'll get much more than one. As AE takes him down, that's going to be Tyloo winning the half, actually. 2-1 in their favor. Simple can't win this. He might be able to get some flashy shots off, but as long as they don't feed him, he should be absolutely fine. There's the first bit of food devoured. It will be accurate to go down, but it's 3 versus 1 now. So much work to do. I don't know why I'm doubting him again, but this should be the kill from somebody to just clean things up. There it is. So 2-1 for Tyloo on the T side of Mirage. Just held in here by the Flames. This could be by design. AE seems to be aware that he could be on the other side. He'll be holding up for now. Electronic could be finding his certain death. It's going to be Flamey to strike first. Can he get the double? Certainly can, but still at 3 versus 2 in favor of Tyloo. Not for long, though. Just Flamey left in this almost impossible situation, but a misplay from somebody. He pulls out the knife instead. Did he think he fired? He quick switched before he even fired the bullet. So 3 kills for Flamey. Needs the ace to win this one out. Proficient with the AWP. One player towards spawn, the other in the connector.
Wall smoke will allow the cross. Deeper to the boxes. That caught accurate off guard, but he's got a problem. Does he? Does Bintet not peek? The fact that
Maps. Luckily, it's a best of 3, but this certainly sends out a message. Somebody gets the first kill as well. Zeus, the opening pick towards those B apartments, I believe. 5 versus 4. Flamey going for the Hail Marys. To be punished for that out of the grey screen. And that should be it, Map. 5 versus 3. Simple still alive, sure, but he's got the AWP. It's not like he can kill multiple players very quickly with that particular weapon.
catastrophic from Navi if this truly does go down, because it was 15-12. They were against pistols and I think 1 SMG, if I'm not mistaken. And it's gone to this. Overtime forced. Tyloo, 2-1 in the first half of overtime. And now map point to work with, and somebody finds Edward. It's simple in a 1 versus 5. Good luck, my dear. Might be a doctor, but some things are uncurable.
Yeah, this one's out of his skills of expertise, I think. But there we go. It's going to be the first map in favor of Tyloo. Let's just talk about some of the key points of that map. I feel like it was those rounds Navi gave up in the first half quite early on with their T-side plans. They felt like they were being maybe overzealous, not really playing correctly, just so they thought, oh, we're just killing everyone right now. It feels quite easy. Bintet winning some huge clutches. Sure, it's early stage.